Alright people, welcome to my Microsoft Word complete tutorial. If you have Microsoft Word installed on your system, go to the search box and type Word. You're going to see the version of Word installed on your system. If you have 2013, 2016, 2019 or 2021, you're going to see it. Click, or if you have it in your taskbar, you can click on Microsoft Word. After clicking on Microsoft Word, the first page you are going to see is known as the Start Screen or the Backstage View. The Backstage View was introduced in 2013 version. So if you are using 2010 or 2007 version, you're not going to see the start screen or the backstage view. Now in the start screen or the backstage view, you have at the top section, you can start a blank document. There are two ways to start your document. You could start a document from a blank document or from already made templates. Now right here you have templates that I have opened already. If you need more templates, you can click on more templates right here. You click on more templates, you have hundreds of templates from Microsoft, especially if you are connected online. If your computer is connected to the internet, you have access to a lot of templates. Templates are already made documents that you just need to edit. If I want to create a report and I want to use this template to create my report, for example, I'm going to click on this, and all I need to do is I can change this image right here. I can change this picture by going to my insert and I'll click on picture to replace this picture right here. I can also change the title of this document, I can change this title rather, and by just typing something else, I can type Tons Media and type the content and so on, and my document will be ready. So you can create a document by selecting any of these templates, or you can just click on blank presentation. If you click on blank presentation, it means that you are going to do all of the editing and formatting by yourself, and the typing also. Okay, still on the backstage or the start view, at the below the first section is this other section here where you have the recent and pinned section. Recent will show all the files that are recently opened or saved in your Word environment or in your Word application. Under recent, you can have 20, 50, hundreds of files. But if there's a file that you use often or you open often, you can pin such a file and the file will be under pin. So if I unpin all of this file, I'm going to unpin all of this file here. I can just unpin by clicking on this pin. I will go to my recent and pin some file. I'm going to pin Tons Media Documents, and I'm going to pin EMA. These two files will appear under pin. Now the essence of pinning a file is because the more file you open, all of the file you have at the top will move down to the bottom. Now instead of going through the stress of looking for this file or clicking on more document, if it's a file that you use often, you can just pin it so that you can easily access it from the pin section. So if you look under the home section, you have the new section. If you click on new section, the new section is similar to what you have in the home. You can start a blank document, or you can just start your document from already installed template. If you are connected online, you are going to have access to template categories. You can easily type or search for a particular template you are looking for. Over here, you're going to have business template, you're going to have resume template, you're going to have report template, and so on and so forth. So you can select any one and quickly edit so that your document will be ready. Under the new section, you have the open. If you have a saved document that you want to open, you click on the open section. If you click on the open section, it's going to take you to recent. These are the recent documents that you have worked on that you can easily open from here. Now, if this document is under OneDrive, OneDrive is Microsoft email. So if you have an Outlook account, it works just like your Google account, that is your Gmail or Yahoo Mail. So if you have an Outlook account and you are signed in, like you're seeing, tonsmedia@outlook.com, if you have your file saved in OneDrive, you can click on OneDrive and your files will be listed right here. This system is not connected, that is why the files are not listed. So if you are connected and you have signed in your account, once you click OneDrive, you're going to have access to all of the files right here. Now, if the file is on your personal computer, on your PC, your laptop, your desktop, you can click on this PC and select a folder within your computer that the file is. So, or you can search for the file. So if I search for Tons Media right here, as you can see, it's going to bring up the file for me to open. Don't forget, we are under the open section. This will allow you to open any file from anywhere, both online or offline. Now you can also browse your computer to select location where the file is saved in. So if you save your file in your document section, you can click on document and you have access to your document folder. Select your file and click on open. If it's in your desktop section, you click on your desktop, you select the file and it will open, and you click on open. Alright, here you have the info section. This is going to tell you everything about your file. As you can see, we have a page, words, we have 0. So if I go back to my documents and I decide to type, I'm just going to type a random text. I'm going to use a formula equal to rand, and I'm going to open and close a bracket. Inside the bracket, I'm going to have, I need 3 paragraphs. Each paragraph I want 5 lines, and I'm going to hit my enter key to get this. So this is how you generate random text in Microsoft Word. So if I go back to my file and go to my info section, you can see I have words, 239 words, and just 1 page. So if I go back again and copy, Ctrl C to copy text and Ctrl V to paste, and I'll keep on pasting. Now I'm on page 2. As you can see right here, page 2 of 2. So if I go back to my info section, I'm going to have 2 pages here right now. Suppose under pages, supposed to have 2 pages. Yes, as you can see it, 2 pages, and I have number of words. Total editing time 6 minutes, and title, no title, tag, no tag, and so on. Comment, no comment. So basically what info we give you is information about your document. Also, you can protect your document from info. So if I click here, you can encrypt with password. So if you click on this, it's going to allow you to enter password to protect your document, so that if anybody wants to access your document, is going to prompt them to enter a password before seeing your document or before editing or formatting your document. Save and save as. If you are using save as, if you are saving for the first time, you use save as. If you want to change a document name, you can also use save as. But for subsequent savings, you use save or Control S. So if I click on save as, it's going to take me to where I want to save my document. So I can save my document on my computer by clicking on this PC. If I click on this PC, all the locations or all the folders on my system will be available for me. So I can click on document. If I click on document, it's going to take me to this box, to this dialog box, and this is the file type, and I can now put the name of my file. So I can just type tons and select the location, document, and click on save. So if I go back to my backstage view or my start screen and go to save as again, I can decide to click on browse to select any location within my system. I can decide to select desktop and save my file, or select any other location. After you select your location, you put the name of the document and you click on save, and it's going to save your work. If I want to change the name of my file, I can use save as well. So if I click on save as, it brings me to this location. I can browse, select the location I want to save now on my desktop, change the name. The name right now is tons. I can change it to media, and I've changed the document name. So it's going to also reserve the whole name. As you can see in the recent, I have tons and I have media. So I have two documents with the same name. Okay, but if I update this document right now, if I update this document here by inserting a shape, go to my insert, click on shape, I just select the shape and draw it right here. I draw the shape right here. I can use Ctrl S to update this document, or click on save to update the document. Don't forget to use save as if you are saving for the first time, or if you want to change your document name, and you use save for subsequent saving. Let's talk about print. We are still on the start screen or the backstage view. If you click on print, you have access to the print section. Here you have your print preview, and down here you have page 2 of 2. So if you have up to 10 pages, you're going to have it right here. With this arrow, you can go forward or backward. If I want to go to page 2 to see my document, I can go to page 2 and back to page 1. So if you have pages, you have 5, 10 pages, 100 pages, you can actually use this arrow to check for all of your pages. Now, if you want to print more than one copy, and you want to print this copy, you want to print 5 copies, just click to change or to type the number of copies that you want. I'm going to leave it as 1. And the next thing that you're going to do is to select your printer. Before selecting your printer, make sure your printer is connected to your system unit. Once your printer is connected to your system unit, come over here and select the printer. The printer will be available here and you will see ready. If you see the name of your printer and you see ready, it means you can select it. And the printer, after selecting your printer, you can go to printer properties and adjust what you have here. So landscape is going to make your document to be in horizontal form, while portrait will make a document to be in vertical form, just like what you see in this preview. If I click on landscape, it's going to make it horizontal. If I click on portrait, it makes it vertical. Now here under the settings, the first setting that you have is print all pages. If you want to print the whole document, if you have 20 pages, you want to print the whole of the 20, 10 pages, you want to print the whole of the 10, you're going to leave this setting. But if you want to print current page, you want to print only current page or page 1, or if your current page is page 2 and that is what you want to print, you select current page and it's going to print just that page. Let's say you have 10 pages and you want to print pages 7 to 8. You select custom print and you type the pages that you want to print. Let's say page 7 to 8, and it's going to print just page 7 to 8. Now let's say you want to print page 4, page 6 and page 7. It's going to print just that pages. So that is what you do with custom print. We have print on print one-sided. If you select print one-sided, it's going to print normally. It means it's going to print on one side of your paper. But if you want to print on both sides of your paper, you can select manually print on both sides of your paper. This depends on the printer that you're using. Some printer automatically turn the paper and print on the other side, while some printer you have to do the turning yourself. Collated. If you are working with a large document and you want to print pages 1, 2, 3, you can select this. If you want to print page 1 3 times, page 2 thrice, page 3 3 times, you can select this. Page orientation, I've already explained this. You can click on page orientation if you want your printer to be in landscape orientation, that is vertical, that is horizontal rather. Landscape, horizontal, you select this. As you can see in the preview, if you want it vertical or straight, you can select portrait, as you can see in the preview. The next is paper size. If you click here, you see all the paper size available. The most common one is letter and A4. So it depends on what you are printing and the printer you are using. If you are printing on A4 paper, you click on A4. If it is letter, you click on letter. So it depends on the printer and the paper size you are printing on. I'm going to select A4. A4 is common here. Then you can also adjust your margin setting right here, right under the print section. So you click on margin. Margins are just spaces that you have outside your work, outside your document. These spaces like this: top, bottom, left and right. So right here, if I click on narrow, you can see that the space outside my document becomes smaller. If I go to my margin again and select wide, you can see that the space is bigger or wider. Select again and You have other options, but I'm going to leave it as normal margin. The last under settings is, are you printing on 1 page or 2 pages or 4 pages? Now I have 2 pages. If I want to print these 2 pages on one sheet, I can click on this and it's going to print this document, these 2 pages on just one sheet of paper. So it means page 1 is, if I choose landscape orientation, of course it's going to print it on landscape orientation. If I'm having to print it just like what you have here in this preview, you can see my page 1 right here and my second page right here. So if you are printing 2 pages on one sheet, you select this option. If you are printing 4 pages on one sheet, select this option, and so on and so forth. But you have to be very careful so that your work will be readable. So that is all about our print section. If you click on share, and you can share your document with people. If you click on email, it's going to you can share your work with people by sending it as an attachment, or send it as PDF or XPS, or send as internet fax. So if you are sending as an attachment, if you click on this, it's going to tell you to set up your Outlook account. Like I said, if you have Microsoft Outlook, it works like your normal email account, like Google Mail, Yahoo Mail. If you have Microsoft Outlook account, you set it up, and you'll be allowed, and you can send your document to other people using Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Outlook Mail, and so on and so forth. So if I click under my share, you can share with people with email. You can even post to blog directly. So if you have a WordPress blog, you can post to your blog. So it supports them. They support some blog platform. So if I click on post to blog, and it's going to, as you can see here, register a blog account. You can register a blog account, and it's going to tell you the blog that is supported. You can see, choose your blog provider. You have Typepad, Intelligent Community, WordPress is common, and you have others. So if you are posting your Word document directly to your blog. Okay, here we have export. So if you want to save your file as PDF or XPS, you can use this option. You can change your file type to plain text or to rich text format. Now, to convert your file to PDF or even a JPEG, an image file, you can use Save As. If you go to Save As and you go to Browse, you have Save As Type. If you click here, you're going to have other options that you can save your document in. So you can save it in PDF, as you can see plain text right here. So if you select PDF, this document will be saved as PDF. Alright, so you can also do that under export by just clicking on create PDF, and you can see automatically you have PDF right here. You just click on publish, and it will automatically turn this document to PDF document. Alright, now we have close, so you can close this file. You can click on don't save. So I'm going to before I finish this section, this first lesson about your start screen or the backstage view, I want to talk about these 3 sections down here: account, feedback, and options. If you click on your account, you're going to see everything about your Microsoft accounts. You have tonsmedia@outlook.com, all the packages that are within your Office application. Then also, apart from that, you can change Office background. If I click on this and I run my mouse across all of these, at the top here, you're going to see changes. You're going to see changes. So I'm going to leave it as calligraphy. You can also change your office theme. Right now, I'm in dark gray. If I select colorful, as you can see, it becomes colorful. If I select black, you can see the black screen. If I select white, you see the white. So I'm going to leave it as dark gray. And so the next is feedback. If you click on feedback, feedback will allow you to, if you like something, you send a smile. If you don't like something, send a frown. If you have suggestion, you send a suggestion. But your system must be connected for this to work. The last thing here is options. If you click on options, there are so many things you can do in options. So one of the things you can do is to customize your ribbon. So if I click on customize ribbon, and ribbon are the section that you have all your major tools. So right here, these are popular commands. You can go to all commands and you're going to see all the commands that are available in Microsoft Word. So if, for example, under my home tab, there's a command missing, probably there's a superscript missing right here. Well, let me see if there's any command missing here. I have all my commands. Let's say there's, or maybe I want to just remove the subscript command. So I can go to my menu, my main tab. I have all of my tab here. So I will go to my home. Here is my home. And under my home, I want to go to font command group. And under my font command group, I have these superscript. I have superscript right here under this. So if there is a command that I want to add, here I can add. But if I want to remove, I can go to my font right here and click on superscript. This is superscript, and remove the command. Here I will just click on remove. Also you can add more commands to your quick access toolbar. So if you use a particular command often, you can add it to your quick access toolbar. So let me look for, if I use cut or copy often, so I can actually click on copy and add it to my quick access toolbar. As you can see it here, and after adding it, you can see I can remove it as well. I can remove it. Okay, so apart from customized ribbon, quick access toolbar, you have proofing as well. So proofing will help you with autocorrect option. Now let's say I have email here. Anytime I type email, I want it to just type my full name, Emmanuel Adefolaju. If I click on replace and click yes, click OK. If I go back to my document and I type email with a space, it's going to replace it with Emmanuel Adefolaju. Okay, so that is all about our start screen or backstage view. In the next tutorial, we are going to learn about the Microsoft Word environment. We are going to talk about the quick access toolbar. We're going to talk about the title bar and all the different sections that we have in Microsoft Word environment. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. See you in the next lesson. Thank you. Welcome to lesson 2 of my Microsoft Word Complete tutorial. In this lesson, we'll be discussing Microsoft Word environment. Like in the previous lesson, if you want to open Microsoft Word, type in the search bar Microsoft Word. You're going to click on the version that you have on your system. Now, once you click on blank documents, you are going to see this environment. Now the first thing at the top here is what is referred to as quick access toolbar. Now in the quick access toolbar, you have tools that you use often, like save, you have undo, and you have redo. You also have here print, preview, and print. Now if you want to add more tools to the quick access toolbar, you can right click on any of these tools in this command group. If I want to add bold, for example, you can right click on bold and you're going to see add to quick access toolbar. We have bold right here. You can right click as well to remove from quick access toolbar. If you want to add format painter, right click and click on add to quick access toolbar. As you can see, it's right here. You can right click to also remove it from quick access toolbar. Now you can change the position of your quick access toolbar. Right now it's at the top. You can click on this arrow and over here you click on show below the ribbon. So if you click show below the ribbon, it's going to move your quick access toolbar below the ribbon. This space at the top here is referred to as the ribbon. So I'm going to click again and click on show above the ribbon. Now the next thing I want to show us is this section right here. This is referred to as a title bar. This is where the title of your document will be displayed. So if I save this document right here, it's going to change from document 1 to whatever name the document that I'm going to name the document. So if I go to my file and click on save as and select a location on my system, I'm going to save it on the desktop and give it Tons Media. Tons Media, and I'm going to click on save. I'm going to click on save, select a location. I'm just going to give it IMA1 and click on desktop and click on save. Now as you can see, you have IMA1 here. So if you save your document, the name of your document will appear at the top here. So we call this title bar. The next one here is my account, my Outlook account. If you are using lower version, you might not have access to this, but this is Outlook account. And over here you have ribbon display options. Ribbon display option, you can auto hide ribbon, you can show tabs, and command. If you click on show tabs and command, you're going to have this. If you click on show tabs, it's not going to show the commands. So sometimes if you open your Word and it's showing you something like this without showing you the command group, all you need to do is to come right here in the display option and select show tabs and commands. You can also auto hide ribbon. If you click on auto hide ribbon, your screen is going to be like this, but if you move your mouse up here and you click, you're going to see your ribbon. But I'm going to change this to show tabs and commands. Here you have minimize, maximize, and close. If you click on minimize, this minus is going to bring you down to your taskbar. I'm going to click it again. If you click on maximize, it's going to adjust the size of the Microsoft Word environment, and if you click on this, it's going to close the entire document. If you are yet to save, it's going to prompt you to save. If you click, it closes because I already saved the document. That's that about the top section of our ribbon. The next section of the ribbon is where you have the tabs. You have file, home, insert, draw, design, layout, references, and so on. So if you click on each tab, you're going to have access to command groups. Now under home, you have the clipboard command group, font command group, paragraph command group, and you have style command group, and you have editing right here. So if we click on insert, you have command group as well. If you click on draw, you have command group. Design, you have command group as well. Now this is your work area. This is your document area in Microsoft Word. This is where you type. This is where you type in Microsoft Word. You can type, you can click on bold, increase. So this is your work area, this is your workspace. Now you can customize your Microsoft Word environment. If you want to customize your Microsoft Word environment, you go to View, and you can check the ruler to bring in ruler, so that you can use ruler to adjust your margin. Then also you can also enable navigation pane. If you enable navigation pane will allow you to navigate through your documents, especially if you are working with a large document. If I type, I'm going to generate random text. I will press equal to type rand, open and close a bracket. Inside my bracket, I need 8 paragraphs, and each paragraph I want 10 lines. I'm going to hit the enter key to generate a random text. Now, working with this text, I can search within my document in this navigation bar. If I type design, for example, it's going to highlight all the word that all the lines we design, as you can see. Also, if I go to pages, it's going to show me the number of pages that I have. So you can navigate through your document by enabling the navigation bar or the navigation pane. We also have grid lines. So basically, you have your ruler and you have your navigation pane. So that is all about customizing your Microsoft Word environment. At the bottom, you have word count. As you can see right here, you have 1,275 words. Over here, you have different view. Right now, we are in print layout view. Here, you have read mode. Here, you have web layout. You have access to it right here under view as well. You have the read mode. On read mode, you're going to have it like this. So I'm going to click back on print layout. That's the most common or the default. Then over here you have zoom, so you can zoom out and you can zoom in. Then you have the scroll bar. You can scroll down and you can scroll up, or you can use your keyboard to scroll up and scroll down by pressing the arrow keys. So that will be all for this tutorial. This tutorial we've discussed Microsoft Word environment. We've discussed the quick access toolbar, the title bar, then the section here. We discussed about the ribbon display option and also the various tabs that we have within Microsoft Word, and also the different command groups. And also we look at how to customize your Word environments by going to view, and you can turn on the ruler or turn off the ruler. You can turn on navigation pane or turn off navigation pane. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about all the tabs that you have in Microsoft Word, like the Home tab, the Insert tab, the Draw tab, and so on. We'll be looking at each command group within the tab. If you click on Home, you have the Clipboard, the Font, the Paragraph, and so on command group. If you click Insert, you have various command group within Insert as well. So the first one we want to look at is the Clipboard. Within the Clipboard, you have Cut, Copy, Format Painter, and Paste. Now, if I'm going to generate a random text to explain this Clipboard command group. So to generate a random text, you click on equal to, type equal to rather, and type rand, open a bracket, type the number of paragraph. I need 3 paragraphs, put comma, and the lines that you have within each paragraph. So I want 5 lines in each paragraph. I'm going to close the bracket and hit the enter key. And here is my text. So if I copy the first paragraph, I highlight the first paragraph rather. To copy, you need to highlight first. And you can highlight a complete paragraph by clicking 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You can see the whole paragraph is highlighted. If you want to highlight a word, you can click twice. If you click twice, you see that this word is highlighted. So I'm going to click 3 times, or you can just use your mouse to drag through the paragraph to copy it. Now, to highlight it rather, the next thing is you have cut. Cut means to move. So if I cut this content, it's going to move it from this. It's going to move it from this position. So I'm going to click on cut. As you can see, the content is no longer there. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'll click on paste. As you can see, it's right here. So, but if I highlight again and click on copy, copy is used to duplicate. If you click on copy, you still have your content right here. It's going to put it inside the clipboard. If I click on this arrow, I'm going to see my clipboard, and you see everything that you have copied. So it's going to put it inside the clipboard, and you can paste from the clipboard by double clicking. But your cursor must be in the position that you want to paste your copied content. So I'm going to double click this to paste, or you can just click on paste to paste the content. So that is cut and copy. Now let's look at Format Painter. Format Painter, if I format, click Insert, I apply bold, I increase the font to 14 and change the color right here to this color. Now you can use Format Painter to actually copy the format that you use in this particular words and apply it to other words within the document. So if I click or Format Painter, I can highlight this change and apply the same format. It's going to apply the same format that you have here, as in bold. Then the font size, you can see this is 14. If I click here, it's 14. So instead of you highlighting this word and go to your font to click bold and increase the font and all of that, you can just use the Format Painter to apply similar format that you have from the one that you copied the format from. So, but if you want to use Format Painter on multiple words, you need to double click. So I'm going to double click on Format Painter so that I can apply it on multiple words. So I'm going to apply it on provide, apply it on document, apply it on different galleries, and so on and so forth. So if you are applying the format that you are copying from a word to another word, you can just click. But if you are applying to multiple sections within your document, you can double click, to get that. So I'm going to click on Escape key to leave the Format Painter. So anything you copy is going to be placed inside the clipboard. So if I go to my insert and go to shapes, if I draw this, right here, and I copy this, you can also right click and click on copy. It's going to put it inside the clipboard. So whatever you copy is going to be inside the clipboard. So you can double click from the clipboard to paste it, wherever you want to paste it. But make sure your cursor is in the position that you want to paste it. So that is all about clipboard command. Now let's move on to font. I've already used some of these tools within this font command group. So we have a font. I can type, I'm going to type computer is an electronic machine. Computer is an electronic machine. Now you can apply bold to this. You can see make your text bold. Like you click, you have italic. It italicize your text, so it's going to kind of create an emphasis on your text. It's going to make it to be different from other contents. Let's say you want to emphasize on this word, smart art graphics. You can click on it and you can see it's different from the other text. So here you have underline. You have to highlight first. I'm going to, if you want to take the the italic or the bold of your text, you can click on it. As you can see, if you click on it, it's going to go away. If I click on bold again, it's going to go away. If I click on bold, it's going to apply bold. Click on it again, it's going to take it off. So the next we have is underline. If you click on the line, it's going to apply underline to your text. We have different lines that you can use. If you click on this arrow, it's going to show you all the lines that you can apply. So if you want to click this, and also you can change your underline color. If you come down here, you can see underline color and apply this particular color as your line color right here. You have more underline. If you click on more underlines, and you can select more options. Okay, so the next is strike through. Now strike through is also interesting. Let's say you are into business and the original price of your product is 2,000, and now you want to give discount and you want to remove some amount and you want to sell it for 1,500. So you can use you can say, okay, this is original price, but right now you are doing promo, you can get it for 1,500. So you can just strike through this 2,000 like this and say, okay, this is not the price right now, but if you can pay this within 7 days or within 3 days, you get that product. Now you use strike through for other thing within your document or within your design, but majorly if you put your cursor on this, cross something out by drawing a line through it. We have subscript and superscript, so you can use this in mathematics. So if I have 2x, I'm going to increase this. So I'm going to highlight this 2. Once I highlight the 2, I can bring it down or take it up. That's 2x to power 2. So I can click again to normalize my cursor. If my cursor is right here, anything you type is going to be at the top, at the superscript, as you can see. But for you to return to normal, you click on it again and it gives you your normal cursor size based on your font size. Okay, so I'm going to type log 2 and I'm going to highlight the 2 and send the tool down. That is subscript. Now there are other ways you can use this, but basically just to explain what subscript and superscript is. Now the next I want to explain is you have your font style. So if you are typing and you highlight your text, now by default in the design, this is set. If you go to fonts under design, the Office default is Calibri light. So if you come here under your home and you click on this, you're going to see Calibri light as default. Alright, but you can change your font. You can change the font style. You can use Area black, you can see, and you can use other font size. Right here you can increase your font size. Another way to increase your font size is using this increase font size. If you keep increasing, and you have decrease font size as well, keep decreasing. And here you have your text effect and typography. So you can apply different effects to your text. Once you highlight the text, you can apply different effects to it. You can change the outline, or you can apply no outline to your text. I can change the outline of the text to, I'm going to select this. Then you can also change the text. Basically, you are formatting your text. You can apply glow. You have reflection and so on and so forth. So it depends on your creativity, or how you want your heading or your title to look like. To look like. So the other one is here you have text highlight color. Now, just like if you are reading a book and you come across an important word that you want to commit to your memory, you highlight it with an highlighter. So in Word, if I want to highlight this particular document coordinated, maybe the word is important and I don't want to forget. If I'm going through my document, I can use this, and then you have other colors that you can use. But you have to highlight it. And also the way it works for your format painter, once you click on it, you can use it on other word or sentence within your document. So basically, to highlight, make your text pop by highlighting it in a bright color. Then the next one is font color. So I'm going to clear all the formats that I have. You can press escape. I'm going to clear all the format that I have here. So by just pressing Ctrl A or highlighting everything, Ctrl A will help me to highlight all the content within my document. So I'm going to move to this area, and you can see clear all formatting. Remove all formatting from the section, leaving only the normal unformatted text. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to clear all my formatting, as you can see. So it's going to clear all the formatting. Okay, so now what I want to do right now is the font color. If I highlight this and I click on this arrow, I can change my font color to any color of my choice. Let me increase that. You can see that the color is no longer black. So that is that about the font. This font section is very important. The next is paragraph. So anything that has to do with your with paragraph within Microsoft Word, this should take care of it. So the first thing I want us to look at is alignment. Right here you have align left, you have to the center, you have to the right, and you have justify. So I'm going to highlight the word computer, and if I want to align to the center, I just click the center. If I want to align to right, I align to right. This is useful if you are typing
a letter. Now if you are typing a letter with 2 addresses, and I can just type, let me just type something, living at 12 Cook Street, 12 Cook Street, Egbeda, Lagos. Now if this is my address, I can highlight this and send it to the right, and click enter right here, send my cursor back to left, and can now type to the manager IPP group, and you can hit your enter key and type the title. If this is a proposal for coding, you can highlight this and send this to the center, and you can continue typing. You send this to the left and continue typing. Okay, so that's how you use alignment. You have justify. If I highlight this document and I apply justify to this, is going to give it equal margin space to the left, to the right, and to the top and the bottom. So that is justify. So you see, distribute your text evenly between the margins. Justify text gives your document clean, crisp edge, so it looks more polished. So that is justify. And if you put your cursor on any of these tools, you can read through the how to use this tool. So the next is line spacing, line and paragraph spacing. So if you look at the first line and the second line, there's a space between them. So if you want to increase the space between the first and second line, you can highlight the first and second line, or I will highlight the entire paragraph and go to line spacing, and the default is 1.0. I can increase it to 2 points. You can see the gap has increased. So I'm going to return it to 1.0. Now the other thing you can do is shading. So if you click right here, we have shading. So you can apply any of this color to give your paragraph or a particular text some kind of background. All right. So if you read under it, change the color behind the selected text, paragraph, or table cell. This is especially useful when you want information to jump off the page. Okay, so that's what you use for that. Then here we have borders. So if you click on this arrow, you have different types of border that you can apply to your document. So to this paragraph, you can apply all border. It's going to put it you're going to apply border to the paragraph. All border. You can see outside border as well. Inside border is not showing because the data is not looking like a table. So you can apply left border. You can see the line at the left. On the left, top border, you can see the line at the top. Bottom border, you can see the line at the bottom. And also, if you want to apply border to the entire page, you can just go to border and shading. If you click on border and shading, this dialog box is going to appear, and you can click on page border and select any of these options. Select the line that you want to use, and if you click, if you're applying it to the entire document or this section alone, you apply it to the whole document or just only first page. I'm going to select first page, so I'm going to click OK. So you can see the line, the border line around my first page. You can see on the second page no border. All right. So then I will go back to my border and shading. Also, you can use a heart. As you can see, if you go to page border, you see heart. So you can click on any of these hearts to use in your border. So you can reduce it from here. If it's too big, you can reduce it. From the preview, you should see how it will come out. So if you click OK, you're going to have it. All right. So I'm going to go back to the border shading, and okay, I'm just going to leave it because I want to just click on none. But if you don't want border, you can just select none and click OK. So it's going to be out. Sorry, you have to click page border actually. So you click page border, select none, and click OK. Is going to take it out. So that's how to apply border. So now I'll go to the top, talking about list. So if I'm going to use this data right here. So I have input devices. If I highlight, I can click on this arrow to select the bullet that I want. This is bullet library right here. So I'm going to select this, and you have different levels. So this is the first level of list. So let's under mouse, I have a mechanical mouse. So I can hit on the tab key, to send it to second level list. Under mouse, I have mechanical mouse, and also I can hit the tab key. If I don't want to hit the tab key, you can select this. You can see this is to the left and this is to the right. So I'm going to select this to push it to second list. So my keyboard, monitor, so I can come right here too and select this to push this to second list. The monitor, we have flash screen. Then also we have other level apart from first and second level. So right here, if I have under wireless, if I have automatic, so I can push automatic under wireless to be third level. You can hit the tab or you click this as well. So this is how to create a professional list. So I can also send it back by clicking on decrease indent. You see? So that is how to use list. So I'm going to undo everything. So if you highlight your list again, you can use number. You can use numbering. So if I click on this arrow, you have different types of numbering that you can make use of. So you have these number alignment to the right. You have a number alignment to the left, and so on. So then you have this as well. So you have so many options. You have a multi-level list right here. So you can select this, and if I move to another level by hitting my tab, you can see it's now A. Because if you look at the preview, the one under multi-level list, I selected this. My first is going to be 1, as you can see. Then you have A. Then if I also push this to the second level by hitting my tab, you are going to have B. So that is that about list.
Within the paragraph, you can also perform sorting. If I highlight on these input devices and you click on sort, if I click OK, it's going to sort alphabetically. As you can see, this is F, K, M, W. So you can also perform sorting within your paragraph text. Let's look at the options again. You can see sort by paragraph, or you can sort by heading or field. You have type, which is text. You can sort number and date as well. You can sort in ascending and descending order. So ascending, you are sorting from A to Z. Descending, you are sorting from Z to A. So if you have selected all of the options, you can click OK to sort. So if you have date, you can sort your date as well. Now the last tool here, or the last command here, is show and hide command. So if you click on this command, it's going to reveal or show all
spaces that you have, and all where you have different characters that are not that are unprintable, that will not be printed, is going to reveal all the paragraph, all the characters to you. And also, for you to have, before you print, it is good to enable this to check your document where space is needed. And if for example I hit this, it's going to show you, so you know that okay, wow, you are leaving one space in between each paragraph. Now it's going to reveal to you that you have two spaces here, so you can actually delete a space to make your document uniform. So sometimes before you print your document, it is good to enable show or hide tool or command to be able to see if every part of your document is okay. So as you can see right here, so if I click and enter, it's going to show that I have extra space, and I can delete that. So if I go to my print preview, it's not going to be printed. This is my print preview, as you can see. So it is not here. So its major work is just to show you all the hidden part of your document, the parts that won't be printed, if there's any correction that you need to make. And you can also turn this off. You can turn it on or turn it off. If you go to options, you go to options, and under display you can see paragraph marks. So you can enable paragraph marks or disable paragraph marks. So sometimes you are working on a document and you are seeing this on the particular document, that even though you click on this, it's not going to go away. Some of you might have experienced this. So what you need to do is to go to your options and go to your display and turn it off. Click OK. So once you turn it off and you click this, it's going to go away. So that is that about paragraph. And the next lesson I want us to talk about is styles. Styles. Now we have different styles. So you have a normal style, you have heading 1, heading 2, and so on. If you click on this arrow, and you have more options, so you can even create your own style. You can create your own style. If you look at create a style, you see create a style based on the formatting of the selected text. You will store your signature look in the style gallery. So basically this style has a unique font style and also font size, and basically it has a unique formatting commands. So if I highlight this, for example, if I make video my title here, and also make click insert my title. If I make to change my title, I make a video my title here. Now I want to apply the same style to all of my titles. So I can click on heading 1. I will highlight this, click on heading 1 as well. I will highlight this and click on heading 1. I will highlight the video and click on heading 1. So this makes your document to be consistent, because if I highlight this now, you see that I have 16 and I have a calibrate light, and everything is the same. The second edit too is having the same formatting style. If I highlight this, it's the same formatting style. So it gives your document a unique look. And also, if you click on this, you can actually hide the content under this. I can click this as well, click this, and click this. So all of my contents are right under each of the.
So all of my contents are right under each of these headings. So if I click on this, I'm going to have my content bar. Click on this, you see what I have under it and this. So now apart from this is also useful if you are trying to create table of content. Now let's say I want to have my table of content here and I have all of my heading. I can even type in front of this. I can type section 1. I can also type in front of this section 2. I can type in front of this section 3. And I have section 4. If I want to create a table of content at the top here, what I can do is to go to my references and click on table of content. If I click on table of content, I'm going to select any one here. I'm going to select the first one, and automatically it's going to create my table of content because I made use of header, made use of style in each of my header or title. So that's one of the function of your styles. So it will make creating table of content easier. Now you can create a customized style, and we are going to do that now and save it. So if I click on this arrow right here, you can see create a style. I'm going to name it my style. So I'm going to have it my style, and I'm going to click OK. So, and you can apply that style to your to any content that you want to apply it. So let me see, I'm going to do this provide a powerful. As you can see my style here, if I click on this, it's going to give me the exact style I have here, but I can modify by just right clicking on this. I can click on modify. If you click on modify, you can now change your, I can increase this to 18, I can change this to Times New Roman, I can apply bold to it, I can even change the color to any color that I want, and I click OK, and you see that the style has changed. So everything about this style has changed. So you can see 18 right here, and this one I'm going to highlight it and put heading 1 style to it. So you can actually create a new style. You can create your own style. You can even edit to heading 1, modify. You can modify heading 1. You can rename it or remove it. So that is how to use your style. Now the last section in the home tab is find. Now if you are looking for any word within your document, you can click on find, or just go to navigation. If you go to view, enable navigation pane. So if I click on the word video and I hit my enter key, it's going to show me where I have video in all of my document. Okay, I will click back my home and replace. So if I want to replace, find video, then replace it with movie. So if I type movie and I click on replace, all the places I have video is going to replace with movie. Okay, so you can use replace all. Is going to replace all with movie. So if I go to my find and type video, I'm not going to see video again within my document. As you can see, I have movie now. I've replaced movie with video. Alright, so here you have select So you can select all, or you can use Ctrl A to select all, or you just come here and click on select all. So you can select object, and also you can select pane. So selection pane here. So we have show all, hide all, and so on. So that is that about the home tab. So in the home tab, we've talked about the clipboard, the font, we've talked about the paragraph, and we've talked about the style, and also the editing section of your home tab. So if you're enjoying this video so far, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, and share our content with other people. So the next tab I'm going to be talking about is the insert tab. Welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be talking about the insert tab. If you click on the insert tab, you have some command groups that you can work with. The first is pages. Under pages, you have cover page. If you click on this arrow, you're going to see options of cover pages that we have in this version of Microsoft Word. If you are creating an handout and you need a front page, you can use any of these cover pages. If I click on this one, for example, I can put my document or my handout title. If it's about Microsoft Excel, I'm going to type Microsoft Excel. Then I'm going to move down. My name automatically is here. I can put my company name and address right here. So I have my company name and address. So I'm going to type. Just click on type. Futurist. And I'm going to put my address right here. Lagos, Nigeria. Then your front cover is ready. So if you go to insert and you click on cover page, you can select any of this cover page. If you scroll down, you have more examples, and you have more cover pages from office.com. Then you can also remove current cover page. If I go to more cover pages from office.com, you're going to see more examples, but your system must be connected to have access to this. So we have this one and this one right here. If I click on this, I can change this image right here. Now it's showing my name automatically because I'm signed in into Microsoft Outlook. So I can change this image by right clicking. If you right click on this image, you're going to see change picture. You can change picture from, get a picture from online or from a file. So if I click from online, if you are using the latest version, you're going to see that feature. But if you are using old version, you might not have access to that picture. So to online picture, you can just go to bing.com or Google to get your image. So I'm going to select any of this and click insert. It's going to replace my image with the new image I selected. So that's how you can create your cover page Also, if you finish typing a page and you need a blank page, you can click on blank page. It's going to give you a blank page at the top. As you can see, this was my first page before. When I click on blank page, it gave me blank page at the top. You can also have page break. If you are typing a content and you need the other content to move to another page, you can insert a page break right here, and the other content is going to move to another page, as you can see right here. So if I undo by pressing Ctrl Z, my cursor was here. I want to move section 3 to a new page, so I'm going to click on page break. So it's going to insert a page break, send the other content to a new page. And the next thing I want us to talk about is the command group here, referred to as table. On the table, you have table. You can use table to achieve a lot in Microsoft Word. If you click on this arrow, you can create your table by just selecting your rows and column right here. So let's assume I need 4 rows and I need 5 column and 4 rows. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to click. So columns are the vertical section of your table. The vertical section of your table are columns. The horizontal section of your table are rows. The horizontal section of your table are rows. So that is one way to create your table. So if I want to delete my table, I can right click and click delete table. So I'll go back to my insert. Another way to insert your table is to come down here and click the insert table. If you click the insert table, it's going to ask you for number of columns. So I'm going to reduce it, or you can type directly. If I want 3 columns or 4 columns, you can just type. So I'm going to type 3, or let me type 4 columns. The number of rows, I'm going to leave it at 3 rows, or let's make it 5 rows. So let me leave it as 3 rows. I'm going to click OK, and here is my table. So I can start typing, within the table. So if I'm working on something like products, I can type my product, and here I can have January, February, March, and I need one more column. So if you need one more column, so what you need is to add one column to your table. So you can do that so many ways. If I put my mouse here and I move it to the top and it's showing me this plus, once you click on the plus, it's going to add column, as you can see. So if I want to add row, okay, so once you move your mouse towards the last line, you move your mouse towards the last line, you're going to see this plus. You can click to add additional row to your table. If you move your mouse towards this line as well, towards this last line, you can click to add your row. Or another way to do that is to right click. If you right click, you go to insert, and you can insert row above or below. You can also insert column to the left or to the right. Now you can delete column as well. If I go to delete cell, it's going to ask me, am I deleting an entire row or entire column? I'm going to select delete entire column, and that will go away. So alright, so over here I'm going to put my total. I'm going to put my total there. Then January, I'm going to put mouse. Okay, as under my products, I'm going to put keyboard here. Keyboard. Here I'm going to put printer. And here I'm going to put monitor. So here I'm going to put 2000 naira. Here to 5. Okay, so my table is ready. So this is how you create table in Microsoft Word. So you can highlight the table by clicking on this button right here. As you can see at the top here, if you click here, the table is highlighted, or you can just highlight it yourself like this. So if anytime you create table, you're going to have additional tabs at the top. You're going to have the layer tab, and you have your design, your table design tab. So under your table design tab, you can you have a head row. If I remove this head row, and you have table style options right here, and you have table style. You can select different style. If you click on this arrow here, you have more style that you can work with. You can modify your table style. You can create a new table style. So, but this is the default one. If I select this, I can click on this again. That's my default. You have shading options, theme shading. You can decide to shade inside of your table like this. And you have a border style. You can decide to use a double line border for your table. And you have pen color. If the pen is selected, you can select pen color right here. So basically you can draw line within your table using your pen, something like that. And you can add more lines to your table or border. You have all borders. You have inside borders, as you can see. So here you can format your table the way you want it. Okay, so if I go to my layout, I have other options as well. You have a draw table. If you click on draw table, like what I was trying to do the other time, you can just draw a line right here. So this is going to create another column, for you to type in. So you can delete table here. You can erase. You can decide to erase this portion of the table. You can erase this portion of the table. So it depends on what you have in mind. I just undo that. It depends on what you have in mind. So, but here you have more options to edit your table. So here you have view grid, you have property, you have insert rows and column. There are other ways you can do this. You can right click. You're going to see the option of insert right here. You can insert rows above. You can insert rows below. Like I said, the horizontal section is referred to as row, while the vertical section is referred to as column. So under monitor, I can decide under this. I can decide to add a row. Like I said, you click on this plus, it's going to add row. If I click on this plus, it's going to add another row. So you can decide to come up here under your layout and insert row below. Insert a row below, and it's going to insert that. You can insert row above, it's going to do that. Also column. So if I come right here and I can click on this plus to insert additional column, or I can just come right here to insert row to the right. Alright, so you can do all of that here. We have split cells, you have split table, autofill, you can adjust your height, your table, your cell height. So this is what is referred to as cell. You can adjust that, and you have other options that you can work with: text direction, cell margin, and convert to text. So this table right here can be converted to text. So once you align this table and you click convert to text, and it's going to ask you use tab or comma. So I'm going to leave it as tab. Click OK. It's going to convert this to text. So as you can see, this is text right now. So you can type your table. If you have a text like this, you can actually convert it to table back. So if I highlight this text, and I go to my table, I can click convert text to table. You know, the other one I click convert table to text. I can click on convert text to table and click OK. So it's going to convert it back to table. So that's under layout. You see, convert to text. So it's going to remove all the line so that all the content you have here is going to be table. So we have formula in Microsoft Word under table, so you can use formula as well. If I click on formula, let's say I want to calculate my total and I don't want to do it in Excel, I want to do it in Microsoft Word. I can click, then as you can see, sum to the left. So but this is okay, it's going to pick the sum of all the content I have on the left. So I'm going to number of formats, I'm going to leave this, then paste function, I'm going to leave it as sum. So you can do other functions here, average, count, conditionals, and so on. So I'm going to click OK, and it's going to give me addition of what I have here. 2000 plus 2005 is 45 plus 15 is 6000. So if I click here and I go to formula also, and this time around is telling me above here that it's going to take the sum above. So but I want it to take it left, so I'm going to change this to left. I'm going to change this to left. But the best place to do your calculation is Excel, is Microsoft Excel. So if you check within my channel, you have a full tutorial on Microsoft Excel. So if I click here as well, go to formula, it's still telling me above. I'm going to change it to left, and click OK to do my calculation. Do the same thing here, change it to left, click OK, and I have my total. So that's how to calculate sum in Microsoft Word. So you can do average as well. If you come right here, you're going to see average, count, and if you go down, you see more function, max, minimum. You have product, which is multiplication, and you have sum, true. So you can do this basic mathematical function within Microsoft Word without going to Microsoft Excel. So let me say I have a product right here. I will use my tab key on my keyboard, and I'm going to have January. I'm going to use my tab key again, and I have a February. Select my tab key, okay, to put my total. Hit the enter key, then I have my mouse. I use my tab key, and I have 1000. Use the tab key, I have 500. My tab, I have 1000. Hit the enter key, then I have keyboard. Use the tab key. Here I have 15. The tab key again, 1000. The tab key, I have 2000. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this and convert this to table. I'm going to convert this to table. So you go to your insert. Under table, you see convert to table, convert text to table. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I have 4 columns. Then I have 3 rows. So the rows. So here I have my products, and okay, the table is not well organized, but I think that is just the tab. So if you use your tab very well, it's going to organize your table properly. So that is how you can convert text to table and table to text. So I'm going to highlight this and click on delete, and I'm going to delete the entire table. I'm going to right click. Okay, I'm going to highlight everything first. To delete your entire table, highlight everything, then you click on delete table. Okay, so let me see if there are other options in the table. So you have quick tables. You can actually create quick tables right here. So you have so many options of other your quick tables. You can just use this. I have my January. You can highlight this. You can highlight and copy this table. I'm going to do that and paste again for February, and so on and so forth. So it depends. You can do a lot with your table. So the next I want us to look at is, I'm going to remove this from this page. The next I want us to look at is the pictures. Under insert, you have the pictures. So you can insert pictures from your computer by clicking on this device. It's going to take you to your computer, and you go to the location where you have pictures. So if I have pictures in my download, I'm going to go to my download. And if I have pictures on my desktop, I'm going to go to my desktop and check where I have pictures. So let's say I want to use this picture. Picture has a PNG. That's the file type. PNG. Anywhere you see PNG, JPEG, they are all picture files. So I'm going to click on this and click insert, and it's going to bring in the picture into my Word environment. Where is the picture? Why is the picture not showing? Click on the picture, go to this device, and the picture, select the location where the picture is, and I'm going to click on this. Okay, let me use another picture. And click on this and click insert. Why my pictures are not inserting? Okay, so basically I don't know why my pictures are not inserting, but that is how to insert a picture. Let me generate random text and just go to rand, open and close a bracket. I need 3 paragraphs. Then in each paragraph I need 5 lines. Then I'm going to hit the enter key. So here I'm going to insert a picture. This picture must enter. So I'll go to my device. I will look for another picture under my desktop. Go to all files.
Let me see if I have other pictures that I can use. I'm going to select this and click insert. What is happening? Why my picture is not inserting? Alright, so picture is not inserting from my local drive, but that is how to insert picture from your local drive. So we are going to use online option. I will go to picture and click on online pictures, and it's going to take me online, bing.com. that's Microsoft search engine. So you have by default you have options here. You have books, car, dog, family, fish, and all of that. You can actually type what you are looking for. If I'm looking for computer, so I can type computer and hit the enter key. It's going to bring computers for me to select my choice. So I can select any of these, click insert, and it's going to download the picture right here. So I can adjust my picture, can reduce the size, and if you move here, you're going to see layout options. So choose how your object interact with the text around it. So if you click on this layout option, you're going to see how you can your image or picture can interact with the text. So you can select this square. You select this, some text is going to come, right beside it. And if you have these options, you can just select to see the preview of what you have. So if you select this option right here, you have text at the top and the bottom, and this one will send your image behind. So if you select this, as you can see that the picture is behind text now. So this option as well, you have your picture covering the text. So select this image, you send your picture down, but I'm going to select this one. I'm going to select this one in line with text. So, but basically under layout options, you can have all of these options. It depends on what you want to achieve with your image. Now, once you insert an image, you get this new tab here called picture format. As you can see, picture tools, you have right here picture format. So under picture format, you can do color correction. If you come to, you can even remove background. This one is not having a background. I'm going to look at another picture with background. So you can do correction, So I think let me just insert another picture with background. So I'm going to click my enter key, or let me just insert the picture right here, and then go to my insert. Under my pictures, I go to my online pictures. Now, if you don't have these options in your version of Microsoft Word, you can go online, go to your browser. In your browser, you have you can go to pixabay.com in your browser. You can go to pixabay.com. In pixabay.com, you have free images, high quality images that you can use. So if I click on computer, for example, I'm going to have access to many free computer images. Or you go to pixels.com, you have access to free photos and videos. So if I type computer, hit the enter key, and you have access to many computer images. So if your version of Microsoft Word is not having online pictures, you can just select, you can use your browser, you can use Pixabay or Pixels. So I'm going to insert a car. I'm going to click on car and select a colorful car with a colorful background. So let's have this. Let us have which one? Let's have this. Nope. Let's have this. Nope. Let's have this. Yes. So I'm going to click on insert, and here is the car. So if I go to let's start with color correction. You can run your mouse all over this and you see the effect of how it's correcting the color. All right, so you can see this one is sharpen and soften, and if you need more light, that's brightness and contrast, you can, or you want to reduce the light and so on. So here you have colors. So you can change the color of the car, or the environment, the background. You have color saturation, color tone. It depends on what you are actually working on. So you can tone the color a little bit, or you can recolor. You can even recolor the background. You know. Okay, so here you have artistic effect. You have artistic effect. So you have a lot of options here that you can actually work with. You can click here to change pictures from file, or from online, or from icon. So you can compress picture right here, and you can reset picture. So if I, under color, if I apply this, for example, and I don't really like this, so I can come to reset picture and just reset my picture to the original image. So over here you can remove background. If you click on remove background, removing background is a lot of work, so you have to be very careful. So here you're going to see mark areas to remove. You're going to select these, and or mark area to keep. So I'm going to select mark area to keep. Actually select this. I want you to keep this area, so I'm going to select this area, the tire 2. I don't want it to keep this tire. Then also keep this tire right here. Keep this tire part. Keep this front. This might not be, it might not be too perfect, as you can see right here. I have to do. So here, keep this. Keep this tire part as well. Right. Then I want to keep this. I want to keep this. So I'm going to do this. Okay, what else? This part here. Okay, so mark areas to remove. So I'm going to remove this part. Remove this part. That's into my tire part. You see, so it's not easy. You've got to be careful if you are doing this. So I'm going to just click here as well. So it's going to take time, but basically I want you to understand the concept that you can actually use this to remove the unwanted part of your image. So if you click on this, keep changes, and you're going to have this. It's not perfect, so you need to spend more time to remove the background. So basically you can actually remove unwanted background in your within your Microsoft PowerPoint under picture format. So I will go to my reset and reset. Okay, so here you have picture style, so you can select any of this style. You have so many styles that you can work with. You can select any of this style, Alright, so apart from that, you have a picture border, you have picture effect, you have a preset, you have shadow. You can add shadow to your pictures, reflections, glow. So it depends on what you want to achieve with it. So you can just take your time to go through all of this. You can add alternative text to your picture. You can add alternative text so that maybe if you are using this online and the image is not showing, the text is going to show. So I'm just going to type car here, and So you have a car, and I'm going to close this. Add alternative text to it. Position. So you can adjust the position of your car. Okay. What did I click? So you can send it down, you can send it up, and all of that. You can position in top left square space. If I click here, you're going to see this card. Let me reduce it. As you can see that effect. See text coming around it. I've actually explained this in layout options. Okay. So, but if you need more option on that, you can just do this. So you have other options. You can bring your car forward, send it backward, send it behind the text, send it back. You can send your text back. And you have selection pane. You have alignment. You can align your car to the center. You can even rotate it. You can see, you can rotate your car. You can rotate it. So it depends on what you want. You can crop your car as well. If there are unwanted parts that you want to crop out, you can actually crop your car. You can crop your image. It's not just car. You can crop your image, unwanted part of the image. You can crop it out. So hit the enter key to accept the changes. So I'm going to click on my car. You have to click on your image for you to have these picture format options. So, and that is that about pictures under insert. So here you have shapes. So the next thing I want us to talk about is shapes. So if you click on shapes, you have so many shapes that you can work with in Microsoft Word. All you need to do is click and draw. So once you draw your shape, you also have another option that will allow you to format your shape, like shape format. So you have all of these. You can add text in your shape, by just start typing, and so on. So under your shape, you click on your shape to I want to get the shape back. So here is my text box. So you have a text box, text direction, change the text direction within the selected cell. You can create link, let your text flow from one box to the other. So let me just generate a random text right here, and let's say I have equal to, then I have rand, and open and close a bracket. Inside I want 2 paragraphs. In each paragraph I want 3 lines, and I'm just going to hit my enter key. Now my text, I can't see some of the text here unless I expand this. But let's say I want my text to flow to another box. So I'm going to just draw this box right here. So then I'm going to create a link, and I'm going to put my link here. You can see, so the other part of this text flow inside this box using this create link. So you can also break the link. So if using the link now, if you look at, if I reduce this box, the text here is going to increase. If I increase this box, this is going to take more text. If I continue to increase it, it's going to continue to take more text. So this is just an overflow of the text. So I can even have another box. I can have another text box right here. I can have another text box right here. Then also click here and go to create link and click on this new text box, and the other part of this text is going to pour right here.
So pay attention to the boxes. If I reduce this, you're going to see that this text here increase. So you can click on break link to stop the test flow. So basically that is what you use this break link for. Then you can actually change your text style, text box style, by clicking on any of these styles that you have here. So I'm going to leave it here. You can also have a shape fill. You can have a shape fill. This is shape outline. I'm going to change the shape outline to this color and increase the outline so that you know what I'm talking about. So if I increase, you can see. So that is the outline, the line here, line right here, is referred to as the outline. So you can change shape here. You can change the shape to this shape and so on. Then you have so the same option you have under this text box is what you have under your shape. So basically, I'm going to go back to my insert under shape. I'm going to draw another shape. I'm going to draw another shape right here. So you can see you have same options. You can see your shape fill, the color of the shape. You can see your shape outline. I'm going to leave it as black. Let me increase it so that you can see the outline. Increase the width. As you can see, if you don't want outline, you can click on no outline. You know, if you want pattern, you click on pattern. You have a shadow effect. You see, 3D effect. You know, you have it right there. It's not all image. You can apply 3D effects too. So you have position. We've talked about this. Wrap test. We've talked about this as well. If this shape is around some text like the image you inserted, you can use that option to position the image in around the text. Okay, so if I have this image here, so you can use this option to wrap text around it. We've talked about these options. So bring image forward, bring image backward, and all of that. Just arranging your image or your shapes. All right. So if you go to your inserts and you go to shapes, you have all kinds of shapes that you can work with. So you have stars and banners, flowchart, callouts, black arrows, and all of that. All you need to do is just click and draw your shape. And when you draw once you draw your shape, you're going to see it. Then you can color it. You can, you know, format it anyhow you want it. So that is shape. Okay. So I'm going to hit my enter key to go to the next page, or you can just click on insert blank page. So alright, the next one here is icons. Icons is not available in all versions. I believe if you are using version maybe from version 16, 19 and 2021, you're going to see icons. So if you click on icons, it's going to take you to icons library, where you can use, you know, where you have access to so many icons. You have body parts, you have arts, you have arrow, you have celebration, you have commerce, dinosaurs, education, and so on and so forth. So all you need to do is to click on any of these icons and click insert, and it's going to insert it right here in your document. You can adjust it, you know, you can click on it to enlarge it. And you also have graphics formats, you know, these are similar tools that I've explained. You can use this, you can crop it, you can change the graphic style, you can change the graphic style, color to match your own content, and so on. So, but if you do not have this feature, this icon feature in your Word, you can go to Icon Finder
can go to icon finder. So if I click on education icons, it's going to, I can now click on free. If you go to free, so you have icons that relate to education. See this one here. So you can just download. You click on download in PNG. So it's downloaded right here. So I can go back to my Microsoft Word and bring it in. So I will go to my insert, pictures, this device. Let me see if it will work this time around. Download, and here is my icon. I'm going to click on insert to bring the icon in. So I don't know why that is not working, but that is how you download from icon finder and so on. All right, so that is that about your icon. Here you have 3D models. I don't know why that is not enabled. Okay, so if you click on the 3D model, you have access to 3D objects. So this is illustration command group. You click on this, you have access to 3D objects. I don't know why this is not enabled. So now let's move on to smart art. So smart arts, inside the smart art graphics to visually communicate information. So if you click on smart art, you're going to see so many examples. So if you are working on a list and you don't want to use the traditional list, you can use a smart art list. So if you click on this, for example, and you click insert, so you can actually put your items right here. So I can have rice. Let's say I want to list food type. I can have beans, and here I can have a plantain. Imagine combining rice, beans, and plantain. Oh my goodness, you are going to enjoy. So you can reduce it and just put your title here, food type. Okay, whatever this is. So I'll go back to my smart art. So smart art, like I said, you can use this, for list, for process, relationships, hierarchy. You can use any of this for your hierarchy design. Maybe this one is the school principal or the managing director. Principal. Here you have accountants, school accountants. Here you have, what else? Okay, the principal. Let me just use vice principal. Vice principal. Here you have teaching staff, and so on and so forth. So it depends on what you are trying to create. So you can use the smart art to create hierarchy. All right. So let's go back to our inserts. We have charts. So you can create charts in Microsoft Word. So we have a table here somewhere right here. This is our table. So I'm going to copy this table and move it down here. Move the table down here. I'm going to Ctrl V to paste. After pasting the table, make sure that your cursor is well positioned where you want to insert the chart. Then you click on chart under insert. Now after clicking on chart, you have access to so many charts, so many chart type that you can use. Pie chart, line chart, column chart. I will be using column chart for this example. So if you click on column chart and you click insert,
is going to insert it where you have your cursor. So the next thing I'm going to do is to replace this content here. So I'm going to highlight everything under my product, copy, and I'm going to paste right here. I'm going to paste right here, and I'm also going to highlight. I'm going to highlight this. So I'm just going to highlight everything here like this. You can use Ctrl+C to copy, or you right click and you click on copy, then you come here and highlight, that's 4 columns, and use Ctrl+V to paste. So after doing that, you can now close your Excel sheet right here, and whatever content you add to this sheet is going to show on your chart. So, but I do not intend adding any content. But if I had a laptop, for example, laptop, and I include the price of laptop, I have 100,000 for January, and I see as I'm typing is changing the data that you have within the chart. So, but I'm going to remove this. Then I'm going to close it. So once you close your Excel sheet, your chart remains. This is our chart. So this is how to create charts in Microsoft Word, and you have access to tools that you can use to manipulate your chart. Example is the first one here, which is Chart Element. If you click on Chart Element, you can remove grid line. If you uncheck this, it's going to remove the grid line, or you leave it. And also you have different types of grid line. If you click on this arrow, you have a primary, major, horizontal. You want the vertical to be there, and so on. So I'm going to uncheck this and leave it as before. Then you have the legend. So here is the legend, and you can if I check it back, so you have it right here. Also, you can change the position of the legend by clicking on this the arrow. You can send it to the top, below the chart title, or move it to the left or bottom, or any other position. So I'm going to move it to the right. Then you have a data table. If you check this, it's going to include the data table. The table you have here is going to include it in your chart, as you can see here. So if the chart title is right here, there's an option here as well. So you have center overlay and so on. So to adjust your chart title, just click on chart title and type. So I'm just going to type product, or you can give it any title that you want to give it. Then here you have chart style. So we have different styles that you can select. You can select this style of chart. You can select this style of chart. So you can select chart of any style within your Microsoft Word. You can select this type as well. So it depends on you. Then we have filter, which is the last one, chart filter. So if you click on this, you can actually get the content for only February. So I'm going to unselect all and select only February. If you click on apply, you're going to see only February results. As you can see right here, even the table is showing for only February. So you have February. So if you are showing a manager, or you are showing someone chart, and the person says, okay, I think I just need to see the total. So you can check on total, uncheck February, and click apply, and you're going to see just the total data. So this is great data analytic tool that you have right here in Microsoft Word. So this is all about working with charts in Microsoft Word under Insert. So still under Insert, we have screenshots. So if you click on screenshots, so you can take a screenshot by clicking on this screen
clipping, and is going to allow you to take a part of your screen, example like this, but and put it in your Word document. We advise that you open the application that you actually want to screenshot. Let's say, for example, I want to screenshot part of a browser. I am just going to let's say I want to screenshot. I want to take this icon right here, and I don't want to download it. I just want to screenshot it. So you make sure it's open. You go to your Word and position your cursor where you want it to be. So I'm going to double click right here. My cursor is right here. So I'll go under my insert, screenshot. Then I'm going to, as you can see, it's already showing me that, okay, this is, as you can see, it's already showing me, this is my browser. So I can click here and it's going to bring in a screenshot, and I can now crop this particular one out, or I can just go directly, click on insert, screenshot, then screen clipping, and it's going to allow me to take that exact icon that I want to take, and it will send it directly to Microsoft Word for me. So as you can see right here, so that is how you can use a screen shot in Microsoft Word. Now, other part of inserts, you have add-ins. Add-ins are just additional application that you can integrate. So if you need to install additional application for more functionality within your Word, you can click on add-in. We have so many add-ins that you can use, but you must be connected online. My system is not connected right now. I would have show you some of the add-ins. Maybe I'm going to make a separate tutorial on how to use add-in within Microsoft Word. So if you want to get add-in, you click on get add-in. It's just like we have worked with Google Chrome before. There are add-ins that you can integrate with your Chrome browser for it to be more efficient. So it's the same thing right here. Now this is Wikipedia. This is Wikipedia right here. So you must be connected as well. The Wikipedia app for Office helps you quickly access Wikipedia content from Office and simplifies the process of referencing text and images. So if you are taking an information from Wikipedia, you can access it through your Word by going to Wikipedia. Now this will simplify the process of you getting the information and referencing the information. The information you're going to get within your Word in Wikipedia is going to come with referencing, and every other thing that it needs, and you need to use that particular content. We have online video. You have online video. Find and insert video from a variety of online sources. So if you need video within your Microsoft Word document, I don't know why you will need video anyways, but if you need video within your Word document, you can click on this. This is not available in all versions. So if you're using the latest version, you're going to see this. It's just like it works the same way as insert pictures. So you just click on online video and you bring in the video, you bring or import the video, and you can use the video within your Word document. Here we have link. So you can create a link in your document for quick access to web pages and file. So if this image right here is highlighted, you can click on link and link that particular image to an existing file or a web page. So if I want to link it to an existing file, for example, I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to go to where the location of my file. I can click on this as well to search browse for file. I can click on this rather to browse for my file. So I'm going to just look for a file. I'm going to connect this to this to this file HEMA 1. I'm going to click OK. And I also click OK. So this document now is linked. So if I hover my mouse on this shape rather, you're going to see HEMA 1. So it means if I click on this document, it's going to if you right click and you click on open link, it's going to take me to where I have that particular document. As you can see, there's nothing here, but this is the link file. So you can use the link to link to an existing file within your system or to a web page. So if you are linking to a web page, you just need to put the address of the web page right here. So if I'm linking to this YouTube page, for example, all I need to copy the YouTube address or URL and paste it right here. So I'm just going to paste it and click OK. So if I place you can see this icon is linked to this YouTube. So I can right click and go to open link, and it's going to take me to the web page. But I'm not connected online, so it's not going to show. But if you are connected, you're going to see once you double click. So, and you can also link an image or even a text. So if I highlight this section 4, and go to link, I can link that section 4 to a place in this document. So you can see we have section 1. So if I click on section 1, maybe I want to link section 4 to section 1, and I'm going to click OK. So this section is linked. So you can see. So control plus click to follow link. So if I press control and I click, using control plus click, and it takes me to section 1. So that is how to work with link within Microsoft Word. You also have a bookmark. So bookmark work with hyperlink to let you jump to a specific place in your document. Here is how it works. Select the content you want to jump to, insert a bookmark, add a hyperlink that points to your bookmark. So as you can see, just follow the steps. Select the content you want to jump to, insert a bookmark. So select the content. I'm going to select this content right here and go to my insert, then bookmark, then insert a bookmark. So you're going to insert a bookmark, and then your next step, so you have a bookmark name. So I'm just going to give this I'm going to give it change. Okay, then you have sort by name, you have sort by location. I'm going to click on add. Okay, so you have select the content you want to jump to, insert a bookmark, add a hyperlink that points to your bookmark. So here I use the word change, so I'm going to highlight this change to add. So to add a link, I'm going to click on link, then you can see my bookmark title. So once you highlight a content and you bookmark it, it's going to show here. So you can link any part of your document to that particular bookmark. So I'm going to select and click OK. So if I put my mouse here, you're going to see control click to follow link. So if I hold on control and click, it's going to take me to that particular content that I bookmark. As you can see my cursor right here, it means here is the content. So that is a bookmark. Then you have a cross reference. Refer to a specific place in your document, such as headings, figures, and table.
A cross-reference is a hyperlink where the label is automatically generated. It's great if you want to include the name of things you are referencing. Then we also have these are things we can easily do ourselves. Then we have comment. Add a note about this part of the document. So you can highlight this, click on comment. You can put a comment, provide a powerful. I can just put an additional comment okay, this is my main idea. Okay, so this is my main idea. I can just add comment to, or maybe if you don't understand a particular paragraph, let's say you don't understand a particular paragraph, you can add a comment to that paragraph. You know, can you send more explanation on this? Okay, so basically that's how you add content to your Word document. We have header and footer. These two are quite common. So header is always at the top of your document, then footer is at the foot, that's the down part or the bottom part of your document. If you click on this, on header, you have different types of header that you can work with, and you can remove header, and then we have more header from office.com if your system is connected. So I'm going to select this 3-column. I'm going to select this 3-column header, as you can see. So here, and once you select, you have additional tools, additional tab here rather, header, and you have additional tab here for your header and footer, as you can see. So if I want to include my date here, date and time, I can just select date and time, and I'm going to select my date and time format. I'm just going to use this and click OK. Then here you can put my name at the middle, or any other information that you want to put. And here you can also look for other options that you can include a picture. So if I click on pictures, and if there is a picture that I have on my maybe logo, for example, you can just include basically you can include pictures, icons, logo, you know, anything that you want to include. So that is not coming up, and also you can include document information. So you can include author's name, the name is already there, or you can include file name or file path. So I'm just going to select this, and it's going to include the file name in your header. So basically header is information that you have at the top of all pages within your document. So if I double click to leave my header section, and you're going to see this is my page 1. You see the information. If I move down to page 2, you're going to see this information. So if you have 100 pages, you're going to see, you know, that information at the top right there. So that is header. You can double click at this top here to access the header. Double click again to leave. Double click at the top to access your header section and edit it, and double click outside the top section to leave the header, or you just go to insert and you click header, and then you have the options, you know, within that you can work with. You know, you have header from top. You can even adjust the height of your header. So, and also some other thing you can do with your header, and you can, once you are through, you can close it. So let's go to footer. If you go to insert and you click on footer, let's use this as well. Okay, this time around let me use the first one. This is footer. Footer is always at the bottom. If you click on, let's say in our footer we want
document part to be at the footer. So this is just going to tell anybody where the document is. As you can see, my document, this particular file is in documents and is in lesson 3. So you can include more options and click OK. It's going to add it. It's going to add it to it, and you can also, you have page number in your footer. You can include a page number in your footer as well. So I'm going to have the page number in my footer instead of the other information. Alright, so what you need to know is footer is at the bottom, header is at the top, and you can add information that you want to appear on all pages within your document. You can add it on your footer. So once you are through with the footer, double click outside the footer to get out of the footer, because if you are within the footer, you won't be able to continue working with your document. So you have to exit the footer, the header and footer, by clicking, this exit button right here, or close header and footer, or you just double click outside the header and footer to leave that part. So you have your header and you have your footer under insert. We're almost through with insert, and I'm sure that home and insert are the longest part of this tutorial. By the time we get to draw, design, layout, we won't spend much time at all. So still under insert, we have our text box. You have page number. So if you have pages like 50 pages and you want to apply page numbering, so all you need to do is just click on page number. So you can put your page number at the top or at the bottom, but the bottom is alright. So then the position, either is left, right, or middle. So I'm going to select the center, and then you have your page number. So if I move down, if you move down, you see page 2 automatically, you see page 3, and so on. So that is how to number your page. You go to insert and you have your page number. Then we're going to continue with our insert tab. Under the insert tab, you have the text command group. Now right here you have the text box. So if you click on the arrow, you have several options in the text box. So it depends on the kind of text that you need. If you look at these, you have simple text box. You have a banded sidebar. If I click on this, for example, you see this text box, so you can start typing in the text box. So, and we have other options in the text box. Let me come down here. So I'm going to put my cursor right here. So if I go to my insert and go to text box, now if I click on insert, you see this is another type of text box that you can use within your document. So you can click here to type. Okay, that's the header. You can move the text box around. You can type within the text box. You can even reduce the height of it. You can reduce the height of the text box like this. So, if you are creating a CV, a resume for example, and you want some information to be at this side, you can actually use text box to design a sidebar in your presentation, in your resume rather. And if you click outside the text box, you can type normally, add images and all of that, while the text box is right here. So I'm going to insert another one to the right. So I'll go to my insert and go to text box. This time around I'm going to insert this, or just the second of this. Let me insert this. So I'm going to move this to the right of my page. I'm going to move the whole of the text box to the right of my page here.
Okay, move it right here. Okay, so I can bring it down to the bottom. I'm going to bring this down as well. So you can type here. You can as well insert an image or anything that you want to bring into the text box. You can change the color. So what I did was just to right click. If you right click, you see options that you can work with. So you can remove content and insert your own content within the text box. So you can bring in an image, like I said. You can go online, or in fact you can draw additional shape, additional section within your text box. You can give it a color and so on, and you can type in between the text box section. So I can decide to type here. Okay, I'm going to delete this icon, and you can decide to type, and you can still type within your text box. Alright, so if you click on insert, apart from the text box, you have quick paths. So under quick path, if you click on the arrow, you have auto text, you have document property field, and you have building blocks organizer. So under quick path, for the auto text, if there's a text, let's say that you, okay, I'm looking for a better way to explain this. So let's say there is a sentence, a word, or a paragraph that you use often within your document, and you don't want to be typing it all the time. You can use a auto text to create a shortcut, so that when you type the shortcut, the text appears. So example is this. Now let's say I use this word often. Let's say I use this word is always in my listing. Let me just go to blank page. Okay, so let's say there's an address that is always in my document, and the address is Egbeda, Lagos. Lagos. So I can create a shortcut for Egbeda Lagos. Now there are two ways to do this. You can go to your file and go to options. Under options, you have proofing. You have autocorrect option. So this one is autocorrect option. If you click on autocorrect option and you type, let's say I just anytime I type Egbeda, I want it to give me Egbeda Lagos. So you're just going to type Egbeda Lagos right here. Egbeda Lagos, Nigeria. So if I click add, it's going to add it to my auto text gallery, so that if I come here, if I type Egbeda and I hit my space bar, it's going to complete it with Egbeda Lagos. So now if you go to quick paths, if I highlight this content, for example, let's say I highlight provides a powerful this paragraph, and I go to my quick paths under auto text. If I save this, save selection to auto text, and I'm going to give it a title. I'm just going to put powerful.
powerful. So you see gallery, auto test gallery, so you can save it, somewhere else apart from saving it in auto test gallery. So I'm going to leave it as auto test. Then we have category. You can create a new category for yourself, or you save it under general. You can put a description, then save in normal. So then insert text only. I'm going to click OK. So if I want to retype this content within another section, or even in a new document, if I click on Ctrl N to take me to a new document, for example, now this is a new document, I have not typed anything right here. So I can go to my insert and go to my quick parts, auto test. I'm going to see the test right here. Look at this, provide powerful. I'm just going to click on it and it's going to automatically display the test. Now, the same thing with the other parts of the quick parts. If you go to documentary property, let's say you always put the name of the company in your document. If I click the company now, it's going to put company. But there's a way that you can, anytime you click company, automatically it just fill in the company name. So how are you going to do this? You go to file. Now you go to open. Is it open right now? Oh yes, info. You go to info. Now under property right here, you can see that you have the company name. So you see see more document property. Click on see more document property. So here you have company name. I'm going to type Tons Media. Tons Media. I'm going to type Tons Media and I'll click OK. Now, once I go back to my document and I go to quick parts, okay, as you can see, automatically it changes it to Tons Media. So if I come down here, I go to quick parts and I want to enter my company's name, I just click on company. Automatically it puts it there as a Tons Media, because it's now default. It's now a default property. So apart from company name, you have other options within your quick parts. So if I go to my document property, you have author. So if I click author now, you can see automatically Emmanuel Adefolaju. If I go back to my info and then click on property, advanced property, if I should change the author's name right here, if I put Gbadebo Adefolaju, for example, and I click on OK, automatically it's going to change it to Gbadebo Adefolaju, as you can see right here. Okay, so if you click on quick parts again, and you have fields. So if you click on field, for example, we have different fields. So we have date and time. If you click down here, you have document automation, you have index and table, links and reference. So I'm going to click on date and time. So we click on date and time, and I'm going to select my date format, for example, how you want your date to appear. So if you want your date to be updated, the date of the document to be updated automatically to the current date, you select date. But if you want the document to display the particular date that you work on the document last, that's when you now click on save date. So I'm going to click on date, so that if I open this document tomorrow, it's going to show tomorrow's date. Or I can use saved date, so that I will know the last time that I worked on the document. I'm going to select a format, date format here, and click OK. So now it's showing this. That doesn't mean that the dates are not there. The dates are there. If you decide to print this document, That's when you're good. Or maybe because I didn't save it. So let me save it. I'm going to save it on my desktop and click on save. But if it's showing excess, don't worry yourself. If you want to print, or if you close and open it again, you're going to see the date. So let me check print preview, for example. Print preview. I'm going to check my print preview. Okay, you see showing excess and all of that, but from experience, if you print out this document, it's going to show you the last time you worked on the document. Okay, so basically, guys, that is how to work with QuickPart. QuickPart will make your work easier, especially if you have a particular section of your document that you repeat. You know, let's say you are working in a distribution company, and you continue to distribute to, you know, certain set of companies. So you can use the QuickPart to create address, to save address of such companies, so that you will just be clicking on the address of a particular company that you are sending a particular letter to. And if you are an educator too, and you are working on students' reports or letter, you know, you can, or you are working in a school environment as a secretary, you can create a QuickPart for, okay, let's say you are trying to do question. So I might be the name of your school. The name of your school is Imperial Light, for example. Imperial Light. Imperial Lights. And you have JS1 exam. JS1 exam. As a title, you have 2022. Now, this information will be on JS1 examination sheet. So you can actually create QuickPart for this. Just go to QuickPart. You can use a multi text or save selection to QuickPart gallery. If you click on this, then you're going to put JS1 here, JS1, and you're going to click OK. So I'm going to change this to JS2, and I'm going to highlight everything as well. Go to my QuickPart and select multi text. Save whichever one you want to use, but I'm just going to use this one here. I'm going to save this as JSS2. I'm going to click OK. So let's say this question is meant for JS1. I'm going to, at the top here, instead of me typing or copying and pasting, I'll just go to my QuickPart, look for JS1. This is JS1 right here, just put it. And let's say the other question is JS2 question. This one right here. Okay, the other document is JS2 document. I'm just going to move to the top and also go to QuickParts and put JS2. So automatically it's going to fill it in, you know. So those are the functions of QuickParts. So you have a word art here. So add some artistic flair to your document using word art text box. So let's say your title, you want to add a special effect to your title. You can do that. So all you need to do is just highlight, and then you go to your insert. You have your word art. Select anyone. The selection contains footnotes, endnotes, and comment references. Okay, so and it's going to adjust it accordingly. So if I go to you can also click on it, word art, click on anyone, and you can type as you can see. You can edit it and change the color. I can highlight that. and fill effect, change the color. You can change the outline color, that's the line color. You can change the outline color, and so on and so forth. Then you have more options here that you can work with. As you hover on the option, you're going to see the preview in your documents. Right. So still under insert, we have drop down. Now drop down, if I put let's see, at, okay, this is drop down. Create a large capital letter at the beginning of a paragraph. So to use a drop down, let's say I want to use a drop down here. I'm going to highlight my P, then I will now go to my drop down. You have different types. If you click on this, it's going to drop 3 lines. If you click on this, it's going to drop the entire paragraph. So if I click on this right now, it's going to drop 3 lines of my paragraph. This is drop down. You can adjust it, you can reduce it, you can even increase it. So it depends on what you want. So that is how to create a drop down. So the next we have under insert, we have signature line, date and time. I've actually talked about date and time. So if you have signature line, if I click on this, you have Microsoft Office signature line, add signature services. So I'm just going to click on this, and you have a suggested signer, for example, John Doe. So you can put the signer here, the person that is going to sign the document, and I'm just going to do my full name, and also suggested signer's title. So I can just say lead consultant. Lead consultant, suggested signer's email, so you can fill in the email as well and click on OK. So you're going to see the signature line right here. The signature line right there. Okay, so that's how to add that. Then you can also add date and time. We've talked about this. You choose your format and you click OK to add the date and time. And lastly, we have objects. So clicking on object, we have Adobe Acrobat object, we have a bitmap image, and so on. If you go down, you have so many examples of objects that you can work with. So lastly under insert, we have equation. So if you need any equation, they are all here, they are right here. So you have insert new equation. You can click here to insert new equation. Go to my inserts, and under equation, you have more equation from office.com if you are connected online. So you get to use more equation. Then let's go to symbol. So if you click on symbol, you have all kinds of symbols. If I go to more symbols, so here you have more symbols, as you can see right here. You have more symbols. You have currencies of different companies, different countries, and so on. It has category. You can use any of this category to check for your. You can use different category here to check for the symbol that you are using. If you click on this, see another set will pop up. There's Naira here too. There's Naira somewhere here. Naira symbol. You can locate it. But here this is recently used symbol. I've used it before. So if you click on Naira symbol, it's going to appear. Just click on insert and it's going to show on your work. If I click, once you click on insert, it's actually there, but you will think that it's not showing. If I click again, look at the bottom right here, you can see it's showing. So I'm going to close this. So basically that is all about the insert tab. So we have covered home and insert. So the rest are just draw. The draw is not available in all versions of Microsoft Word, and also design is not available in, I think, 2007. But we are going to touch on every other tabs that we have within Microsoft Word. Thank you guys for learning with me in this tutorial. Welcome back as we continue our Microsoft Word Complete tutorial. The next tab we'll be looking at is the Draw tab. If we click on the Draw tab is not available in all versions of Microsoft Word. So we've looked at Home, Insert. The next tab is the Draw tab. As you can see, we have tools, we have eraser, pen, we have all kinds of pen, and you can also add pen. Then you have ink to shape and you have ink to matte. So if I click on this pen, I can draw with it after clicking on it. So you can type with this 2x to power 2. Now this tool is not available in all versions. If you click on this arrow right here, you can change the color of your pen. You can add effect to your pen. So if I click on this, and I type 4x to power 2 plus 3, or you can even draw shape. Okay, so we have other pen that you can make use of. You can click on this to also edit your pen. So here I can type Tunde, for example. Okay, so these are the various pen that you can make use of. Just click on the arrow. Now you can increase the thickness of this pen. So if I select this, it's going to be thicker, as you can see. So you can increase the thickness, and the option is available in all the pen, as you can see. Select any color of your choice. Draw. You can use it to draw any shape. So they have similar features and so on. You can add pen. We have pencil, pen, highlights. You can click and add additional pen. Customize your pen. You can go to more colors. Select the color of your choice. Click OK, and the pen will appear right there for you. Alright. So I'm going to delete all. So the next thing I want us to look at is ink to shape. To convert ink to shape, all you need to do is click on ink to shape, select your pen. That's the first thing. Select the pen, then select ink to shape and draw your shape. So it's going to convert it automatically to shape. So if I draw this, it's going to convert this to shape. This is awesome. Okay, so now the next is ink to matte. Ink to matte. Ink to mathematics. So select your pen, click ink to matte, and you can now type your equation. I'm going to type 2x square
equals 46. As you can see, so you click insert, it's going to insert that particular formula. So that is how you use your into maths. Okay, so you have eraser tool, so you can click. If I draw something right here, you can click on eraser to erase this. So as you can see, my ink to shape is highlighted, so that is why it gives me that perfect shape, because ink to shape is highlighted. So if I click on eraser and you just erase any content, okay, click on eraser, the eraser will erase content. It's not working right now, but that's the function of the eraser. So that is all about the draw tab. The next tab we are going to look at is design tab. The next lesson we'll be looking at is the design tab. If you click on the design tab, you are going to see themes, document formatting, you have page background. So in the design tab, you can select any theme of your choice. So you have the following Office default theme. You can reset to theme from template. You can browse for theme if your system is connected, and you can save current theme. So if I select gallery theme, for example, under document formatting, I can adjust my document. So I'm going to remove all of this. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to use a random to generate random text, rand. I'm going to open bracket and close it. Inside the bracket, I need 9 paragraphs, and each paragraph I want 6 lines. So I'm going to hit the enter key. So if I highlight the whole of these and select any of these document formatting, you're going to see the effect of these formatting. If I choose this as my title, this as my title, if I highlight the whole of this and select this, you can see it's going to give it different formatting style. Okay, so now the other thing you can do here is to select colors. So we have default office color. You can select any other color of your choice, and also font color. So any font you select here is I'm going to show you. If you select office fonts here, or let me just select area here. I'm going to select area. If you select area, if you go to your home, this is what you're going to see right here. So default font is going to be area. So the same thing, if you select if you go to your design and you select default color, if you select default color blue, for example, if you look here very well, you see that your title subtitle has changed. If you go to your home, your default color as well is going to have that. All right. Okay, so and you see 10.5. So if I go back to my design and select my fonts and select Calibri Light, this is Office, and I go back to my home, you see Calibri Light. All right, so still under design, you have a paragraph spacing.
You have paragraph spacing, no space. You can see this is first paragraph. This is my first paragraph. This is my second paragraph. So if you go to paragraph spacing and you click on no spacing, it's going to close it up. You can see compact, it's going to bring it closer. Tight, you have relaxed spacing, and so on. So you have an effect as well. You have effect. So this is normal or fixed effect. You have other effects like glow edge and so on. These are advanced features. So for beginners, I won't advise you to tamper with this effect. Alright, so set as default, you can click on this and it's going to return everything back to default theme and default document formatting. Now, the other interesting part about design is watermark, page color, and page border. I've actually discussed this page border before, but I'm going to, touch on it again. So if you go to watermarks, watermark is just used to create original documents. So let's say you want your company name or your company signature to be pinned to the back of your document. You can use watermark to do that. Now let's say, for example, if you click on this arrow, you're going to see several examples of watermark. So you can see the first one. You can see disclaimer watermark, this confidential watermark, and you can also click you can create a custom watermark. So if you click on confidential, for example, it's going to add confidential across your document. As you can see, if you check under the document very well, you're going to see confidential there. So if I click on watermark again, and right now I want to, you can get more from office.com if you are connected online. So right now I want to create a custom watermark. So we're going to click on custom watermark. So I want to use text watermark. You can use picture watermark as well. So but I'm going to use text watermark. So I'm going to type the text. We have confidential there. So but I'm going to type the name of my company, which is Tons Media. Tons Media. Okay. So font, Calibri, size, auto, color. You can leave that color, or you select another color. Diagonal or horizontal, apply. So as you can see, Tons Media has a watermark. So I can make it 25% darker and click apply. You can see. So whichever way you want it, that is how to create your watermark. You apply, and you can use picture as well. If you click on picture, it's going to ask you to select picture. So you go to your computer and select a picture to use as watermark. So once you've inserted a picture, you click apply. It's going to apply the picture as a watermark. So as you can see, the picture is right there as a watermark. So that is how to use watermark. Okay. So the next thing is page color. So if you click on this, you can apply color to your page. All kinds of any color of your choice to your page. So that is how, if you need more color, you click on more colors and you have access to more color. Right? So if you go back again, you click fill effect. So apart from color, you can also add texture. You can select any of this texture background. If you click OK, it's going to add it to your page. If I go to my fill texture again, you can add pattern as well as background. If you click OK, it's going to add a pattern. So I'm going to go back again, fill effect. You can use picture. So if you select a picture from your system, it's going to use that picture as your background, as you can see. So it all depends on you. It depends on what you're working on. So the next is page border. I'm going to remove the picture and just put a normal background, which is white. Page border. If you click on page border, it's going to take you here. So you can select any of these. I'm going to use 3D, and you can use line. We have all kinds of line that you can make use of as your page border. You can apply it to the whole document. If you have 100 pages, it's going to apply it to the whole 100 pages, or you can just apply it to the first page only and click OK, as you can see. So if I click on page border again, I can select 3D, and you can also select art. You can select any of these arts and use as your page border. You can reduce the size here. You can reduce the size, as you can see the preview. So if you're okay with this, select apply to the whole document or the first page only. Click OK, and it's going to apply to where you want it to be applied. So that is page border, and that is all about your design. So the next tab we'll be looking at is the layout tab. So we've talked about this layout tab before when I talk about printing. So you have margin right here. So we have all kinds of margin. So you have custom settings. You have normal margin, which is this one right here. So we have a narrow margin is going to, margin is just the space outside your content, outside your text. All right. So I'm going to take out this border, this page border, so that I can explain the margin better. So I'm going to choose none. Okay. So back to our layout, margin. So narrow margin, and you have a moderate margin is going to give space. So space outside your type document is what is referred to as margin, the space that you have around here outside the document. Okay, so now we have other types of margin. So you can just go to custom margin. If you have maybe you want to put certain number, maybe here you want to go 1 point something centimeter, so you can type that here. As you see, we have top margin, left, bottom, right margin basically. So once you set your margin, you see the preview here, you click OK, it's going to effect it. So that is your margin. Orientation, so your document can be in portrait or landscape form. Portrait is vertical, the vertical right like this, while landscape is horizontal like this. So it depends on what you are working on. So you can make your document to be portrait or landscape. So that is page orientation. Then you have different size of paper right here. So you can click on A4 if your printer is an A4 printer, or if the document you are printing or you are working on, you want it to be printed on an A4. So if you want to be printed on a letter size paper, you select letter size. If it's A5, you select A5. So you have different paper sizes right here that you can print your work on. So once you select this, make sure that your printer allow this paper size, so that when you send to your printer, you'll be able to print it. The next, you have columns. So you can create 2-3 columns, or if you need more columns, you click on more columns. So if I click on 2 right here, it's going to divide these my documents into 2 columns. As you can see, this is my first column and this is my second column. You can divide into 3 columns. So if I go to page layout, and under column I have 3, So it's going to divide this into 3. Let me just undo this and highlight everything. I'm just going to highlight the whole of this and select 3 columns. 3 columns, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. So it depends on what you're working on. You are working on newspaper column or newspaper or something, and you need to divide into 2 or 3 columns. So you can use this to do that. All right. So here you have breaks. So insert page and section breaks. I've explained this as well. So to push, let's say I want to push this content to the next page, I'm going to insert a page break here. So you just click on break and you have a page break. It's going to move all the content in that column to another page. So here we have column. We have indicated that the text following the column breaks while begin in the next column. So if I do that with this, and click on column break, it's going to move the content of this column to the next column. All right, so that is all about break. You have text wrapping and the section column, you have next page, continuous, and so on and so forth. So but for beginner, what you need to know is that you can have your content in 1 column, you can have a content in 2 columns, you can have a content in 3 columns, and you can the left, if you need more text, more space for text on the right, you can also do that, and you can do that with the left and right as well, as you can see right here. So it depends on the document you are creating. So here we have line numbers. So you have a continuous, start each page, and all of this. So you have line numbers here. So I'm going to undo. That's if you want to review the numbers of each lines, then you have restart each page, suppress for current paragraph, hyphenation also is right here. So here under paragraph you have spacing. You can decide to move to the left, to the right. This is a little bit advanced. All right, and you have arrange as well. So you can bring forward. This will enable if you have an image. So let me see if I can insert an image. I can bring in an image, or let me just use shape. So if I take this shape, for example, I draw this shape right here. I just give it this color. I go to my layout. You can see that these are now enabled, so I can adjust the position of the image. I've explained this as well. If you click on this picture right here, this shape rather, so you can adjust the position where you want the picture to be. Okay, I'm going to click on the picture. Then you can this is square. Then you can bring it forward. Bring forward if it's at the back, or send back to the back. Send backward. Send backward. Okay. Then you have selection pane. Selection pane. You have a rectangle 2, and you have a format. If you click on show all, it's going to show all your content that is selected. Okay, so that is what selection pane is for. Then you have alignments. We've discussed alignments in under home, under paragraph as well. So most of the content you have here are just repetition of what I've already explained. So but what is important under page layout is margin, orientation, size, and column. So this from here right here have been explained in our earlier lessons. So the next will be reference. Now under reference you have table of content. I've also explained table of content, how to create table of content. So let's say you want to create table of content from this data. For example, I'm just going to bring this down like this. Now I have I'm going to make this also so let me just do this 3 because I've explained it before. So I'm going to highlight this and go to my home. The first thing to create a table of contents is to give it heading, your title, a proper heading style. And make sure you give it the same heading style. So I'm going to use this. So now after that, the next is position your cursor to where you want your table of content to be. So you go to your reference, right here, click table of contents, select the one you want, and it's going to automatically create that table for you. So if I move this content to page 2, for example, using my page break option right here, I have page break right here. Now if I come to my table of content, right click and click update and update entire table, it's going to show that this content has been moved to page 2 without me correcting it. So it's automatic. So that is how you create table of content. Right. So other information you have under reference, you can insert citation, you can insert caption, and so on and so forth. So some are a little bit advanced, but I want to limit this tutorial to beginners level. So I'm going to create advanced tutorial on Microsoft Word, but this particular one is even becoming too long. But I just want to cover all the basic parts that we have in Microsoft Word for beginners. All right, so that is all about content. The next is mailing. So let's assume this is a letter that I want to send. So I'm going to click on Start Mail Merge. So click on Start Mail Merge. So are you sending an email message? Are you sending a letter? So I'm going to click on letter. Okay. So once you click on letter, I'm going to now let me use the wizard instead. So I'm going to use step-by-step mail merge wizard. So because this tutorial is for beginner and I want everything easier to do. I don't want to complicate things for you. So now mailing, it means that you have a letter and you want to send it to a lot of people. So now you can use mailings to do that. So click on Start Mail Merge and go to Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard, and you're going to select letter and next. You come down here to select next, and how do you want to set up your letter? Use the current document. So use the current document and click on next. Select recipients, use an existing list, select from Outlook, type a new list. So I'm going to click on type a new list, and you see type the names and address of recipient. So I'm going to do that by clicking on create, and here I'm going to have title. So Mr. I'm going to hit on my tab. First name is Adeoye. Then I'm going to put last name as Adebayo. So the next, I'm going to put company's name as it is well. It is well fashion. Then address is going to be Egbeda Okay, so that's my first entry, and I'm going to click new entry. I'm going to click a new entry again. This time around, I'm going to put Miss and just going to enter another name, Bimbo, and hit the tab key. Sunday, hit the tab key. Then this time around, Nista Hub, hit the tab key. This one has it at Igondo, and I'm going to click. So if you have like 10 people you want to send the letter to, you keep entering and entering. So I'm going to click OK. I'm just going to do for these two. Okay, so now I'm going to save this file. I'm just going to save it to as letter and click on save. Don't forget where the location is. Transmedia documents, my data source. Click OK. Alright, so I'm going to click OK. So the next I'm going to do is currently your recipients are selected from office address list letter. So this is where the recipient is going to be selected, the people that will receive the letter that I'm sending the letter to. So I'm going to click on next. So next is write your letter. If you have not already done so, write your letter. To add recipient information to your letter, click a location in the document and then click one of the items below. So I already click a location, then I'm going to click address block, and I'm okay with this. Mr. Adebayo, it is well fashion, location Egbeda. Just click OK. Right, so the next, when you have finished writing your letter, click next. Then you can preview and personalize each recipient letter. So I'm going to click on next and preview your letter. You see, so automatically it puts the address there of the letter, on the letter rather. Okay, so one of the merged letter is preview here. To preview another letter, click one of the following. So now to preview the next letter, I'm going to click on this. This is the next letter. Click on this, you know, just two recipients. So this is the first one, and this is Mr. Adere is the first one. Ms. Bimbo is the second one. So let's say you have a letter, you want to send it to like 10 or 20 people. What you need to do is just to enter their information where you have the list using the wizard, and automatically is going to put their information on all of the letters. It's going to put the information on each letter, so that after you finish printing this, you can click on next and you print the next person. Instead of you typing, you know, the information, once you put it there, it's going to place it at the right position. So I'm going to click on next to complete the merge, and you can click on print to print. So you have print all. You click OK. It's going to bring you right here. Select your printer and you can click OK to print. So that is mail merge in Microsoft Word. Basically, you use mail merge to send multiple letters to multiple people. So if you select start mail merge, you can do this on envelope, you can do it on email, labels, directories, even normal Word documents, and so on. But as beginner, I will encourage you to use step-by-step mail wizard. It's easier. It's easier for you to do. So that is that about mailings. So we have review. Under review, you have spelling and grammar. You have thesaurus. You have a lot of synonyms. You know, if I select this word, for example, video, and I click on thesaurus, I'm going to have a lot of words that are synonymous to that particular word. So you can check spelling and grammar here. read aloud. You can read aloud, read text out loud and highlight each word as it reads. Okay, so we can use this feature.
Provides a powerful way to help you prove your point. When you click online video.
So as you can hear that, if you can, I don't know if you can hear that, so but it's reading it. So you have check accessibility, you have translate, translate this section with Microsoft Translator. You can select any language that you want to translate to. You can add comments. We have talked about comments, you know, and all of that. So, you can restrict editing. You can protect your data. You can restrict editing. If you click on this, you can restrict how this data is edited. All right. So view, we have different view. If you come down here, you still have different view. So here you have web layout view. Here you have print layout view. Here you have read mode. So we have different view. So they are right here as well. So we have then if your ruler is not showing, you can come to view your ruler. If you need to view grid line, you click on grid line. If your navigation pane is not showing, click on navigation pane. Navigation pane allows you to navigate through your document to find content. Like if I search for video right here, it's going to show me where my videos are. Then you have help. So you can, if you have any question, you help, you can contact support, and you can give feedback to Microsoft, and you can show training as well. So if you are connected online, you're going to see training, different training on Microsoft Word. So tell me what you want to do. This one will allow you to search. So example, if you are looking for bold, let's say you are looking for a particular tool, you remember the name of the tool but you don't know the location, just type it here and it's going to, you know, apply. So if, let me say I want to apply bold to this, to all of this. So if I click on bold, or I type bold rather, and I click on it, it's going to apply it. So if there's a tool, if I'm looking for a symbol, so I can just type symbol here and it's going to bring a symbol out for me. So just type anything here. If I type shapes, for example, shapes, so it's going to bring out different shapes for me right here. So that is what this is for. So this is the end of Microsoft Complete tutorial for beginners. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to like, subscribe, and share this content with your friends. Thank you.